Hi everybody, this is Sapphire Wellness and Tarot. I'm doing a video today on Mars and Venus in conjunction, which is happening on July 13th. It is at 19 degrees of Leo. It's a very significant conjunction, only happens once every 2 years, and is in the sign of Leo, which is all about the heart. It's about self-love, it's about love for others, and it's about passion and creativity as well. So I think this will be significant for a lot of people. It's a new infusion, if you will, into your relationships with other people and your relationship to yourself. It's a conjunction that happens every 2 years. So if you look back 2 years ago when there was a conjunction with Mars and Venus, and just look at your life then and your relationship with yourself and with other people and notice any changes. That will be quite significant. They basically were joined together at that time, Mars and Venus, and then they went their separate ways and learnt new things, went and had some new experiences, and went retrograde as well, came back together, and they're here together again to communicate with one another and in a sense start something new. So there'll be a new development in terms of the energies of your love life and your love for yourself. So something to be considered definitely at this point. I wanted to also mention that we have just gone through the energy of Mars and Venus opposite Saturn in Aquarius. So I think this energy will bring about quite a lot of seriousness. Saturn is about being serious and sober and real about things, and because they're opposite one another, there's a good opportunity for sight and reflection and understanding in the aspect of seeing yourself and how you interact with yourself, how you feel about yourself, how you love yourself, and also the other people as well, other significant relationships in your life especially. So we have that energy playing out, and also Saturn is also retrograde, so you could be having the experience of hindsight, looking back over the years, your own relationships, who you've been around, how you felt about yourself, how you felt about other people, and kind of taking stock as well. So something else to consider there. I would also recommend that you look at your chart. So I've put just below a link to Astro. You can look at your chart, your personal birth chart, and see where Leo is, or 19 degrees of Leo especially, in your chart, which house it's in, which that will basically have some significance. But it's going to be a very powerful time, and it's going to be about a new understanding, a new recalibration, a reset in terms of your love in the world, how you feel about yourself and how you feel about love in the world or with another person. So however that configures for you. So I'm going to do a little talk on each sign, and I'm going to do it from the perspective of either your sun sign or your rising. So I would suggest that you go with your sun sign. If that doesn't resonate, check your rising sign and you can do it from that perspective. So I'm going to go through each sign and talk about how this could affect you a little bit more individually in terms of your actual sign. Okay? So I'm going to start first of all with Aries. So Aries, your house of Leo is basically your 5th house. So this is going to be about your romance in the world and how romantic do you feel. It's going to be about the feeling of excitement in your relationships and energy, and how creative does the other person make you feel. If it's not about that, you could be looking at your relationship with your child or children, if you have any, because this is also the house of the child. And also possibly you could be looking at possibly having a child, or thinking about whether you want one, or something of that nature could also come into it. And I would also say that you're going to be focusing on just how you feel excited about life, or what kind of risks you've been taking, as this energy is also kind of to do with that kind of house as well. I would also concentrate a little bit on how you feel passionate in the world, and any creative undertakings, any creative projects, or even businesses can come into this kind of realm. This is going to be the energy that you're going to be focusing on. So then we're going to go into the next one, which is Taurus. So Taurus, this will be in your 4th house. So for you, it's going to be about your home life, possibly your marriage, if you're married, or who you live with, who you don't live with, and just generally your home life, possibly children if you have any children, or parents. Maybe some issues in terms of how you interact with your parents, or someone in your lineage, possibly your mother, or going back even further. And anything to do with the home, because it's your 4th house. Your 4th house is the home, how you feel at home, where do you feel at home in the world, your living situation, that you could feel a need to re-energize or recalibrate your living situation if you haven't done so already. And you could be feeling possibly even you may want to move, or you maybe just you feel completely renewed in where you live and you're happy there. So there's something to do with the home, definitely. And also I would say slightly to do with how you feel about yourself at the core, your inner self. This is also related to the 4th house, how you feel deep inside about yourself, and your energy, and how you love yourself as well could factor. Gemini, this is going to be your 3rd house, how you communicate. So it's to do with how you communicate in your relationships, and also possibly you might feel like a little bit more communicative, or you might feel a change in how you communicate, or how you want to communicate, or how open you are with other people. Maybe more open or less open, but probably because it's a Leo energy, you might feel a bit more emboldened or more energized that way, more expressive. And you could come up with some interesting ideas, because 3rd house is to do with ideas, communication, self-expression as well, and how you think. So maybe something to do with that. But definitely the issue of communication, or possibly some healing or a change in how you communicate with other people. So next one we have is Cancer, and this is to do with your values, how you value yourself, how you feel about yourself, and also how you value others, especially those that are significant for you, maybe your family or your friends or your significant partner if you have one, or maybe a new partner, whoever that is, your children. And it is to do with a recalibration and re-energizing in that area. And you probably will take stock and just kind of feel how much love is around you, and may want to take a look at that and maybe just increase it more, you know. A very interesting time for you, actually. So next we have Leo. So Leo, this is going to be in your 1st house, so it'll be a lot to do with how you see yourself, your presentation, how you dress, how you feel about yourself physically and how you appear, and also your personality, how you speak, how you express yourself, how you carry yourself, how people see you and perceive you could come more into the fore. And as we have that energy of Saturn and Aquarius opposite, there could be more clarity and understanding in that regard. As well, this could also factor in your relationships, because Saturn is in Aquarius in your opposite sign, so It's to do with partnerships and how you see other people or your significant other and how they see you. And there's more of a seriousness in terms of your relationships at this point, especially for you, I think, definitely. The next one we have is Virgo, and this is going to be in your 12th house. So it'll be about your subconscious and your natural energy, and you will feel almost like a recalibration in how you manage your energy, how you structure your life, and your basic motivations and how you do things. And you may be feeling a little bit more spiritual, I think, because the 12th house is the spiritual house, and there's like an infusion and an injection there, a new lease on life in terms of your spirit. So something creative could come out of that, or just a change in how you do things. You might also feel a little bit more connected to your dreams and your intuition, and you might feel like a bit of you want to take a new path in life, and it's coming from your intuition or your subconscious, and you're embarking on that journey. So quite interesting for you. So next we have Libra. This will be in your 11th house, and this is going to be about your circle, your friends, any groups that you're in, possibly your vocation, sometimes the career as well, but definitely about who you have close to you, what kind of network or what kind of support you have. And you might want to look around and take a look at the kind of love that you're feeling for people around you and what kind of love you're receiving back. So especially important for your friends, your social network, and your peers. Be an interesting time for you. Next thing we have is Scorpio. Scorpio, this is going to be your 10th house. It's going to be a new infusion in your direction in life and your career and your status and how you present to the world and how you shine in the world. It's a lot to do with direction, and you might feel a new energy or a new lease on life in that regard, and like where you're going in life and your values, and also your career and what you express or put out into the world. That's kind of the energy that I'm feeling for you. Next we have Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this will be your 9th house, so it's to do with your beliefs, your higher ideals, and travel as well. So you might be feeling like you want to move, travel, or take on a new endeavor, a new project. If it's not international travel or long distance travel, it could be to do with like a new path that you're going on, or a new venture, a new idea. But definitely it's about what you feel passionate about and excited about in your mind, and something that's going to give you energy and like passion to sort of carry you forward. Quite interesting. Next we have Capricorn. Capricorn, this is your 8th house. So it's to do with your close bonds, probably with a significant other, and also your relationship to yourself, but especially close bonds with other people. And also can be related to metaphysics and spirituality and possibly some transformation. You might be feeling a lot of a desire and need for transformation and growth, and maybe just setting out on a new path in life and letting go of some things, letting some things die, and moving into new energies. And there could be something significant in terms of your relationships. It's quite a reality check in terms of your relationships and like your deep intimate relationships. Next we have Aquarius. Aquarius, this is going to be in your 7th house. It's to do with your relationships and how you interact with people, especially your partners or your significant other, even business partnerships, and people that you have one-on-one kind of interaction with, but definitely significant others or romantic relationships. There'll be a new injection, an infusion into that world, and you might be kind of taking a look around and reassessing that energy, possibly making some changes, some improvements. There could be something fresh coming into your love life at the moment, or something new beginning, or a re-energizing in that area in some regard. And we have Pisces. Pisces, this is going to be in your 6th house. So for you, it's about your day-to-day life. How do you feel in your day-to-day life? Do you feel good? Do you feel happy? Do you feel joyous? Do you feel love? Who do you share your day-to-day activities with? Is there love in that activity, like your day-to-day life in terms of, I don't know, eating, sleeping, walking, going from A to B, sharing experiences, your work, even your health? How healthy is your relationship? How healthy do you feel? So 6th house is all about your day-to-day life, health and work. So it could also be related to how do you feel about your work and how passionate do you feel. And you may feel like a new lease, or a new lease on life in terms of your work and your health and your direction, and possibly might be making some changes. You may have already made those changes. All right, everybody, this has been your little talk. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I will be back again soon to do your next video. I hope you guys have a great one, and let me know how things are going for you in the comment box. Any insights, any experiences you've had, anything you want to share. I love to share things. Let me know. Thanks for joining Sapphire Wellness and Tarot. Don't forget to like and subscribe.